going on?
You know, winding down. I'm excited. Been an awesome week. How about you? You all right?
Yeah, men's and men's. Hey, do you remember we spoke, I think it was a couple weeks ago when we spoke about that insurance company, and I went into the insurance company. I think I told, if you remember, I told you they had 4 devices, and I went in there for a quarterly review, and all of a sudden I got hit with, well, I thought they'd be primed for an upgrade. However, because they had 4 machines that were at the end of 2, and they want to return 2 of those. So immediately I had to figure something out. Of course, we're going to do the returns, right?
Yep.
So with that, I remembered from a previous conversation that we had that you told me about the cloud print opportunities. So I moved right into after we did the thing with the machines, and we'll get them back and we'll return them, I felt like I lost an opportunity, so I had to make up an opportunity, right?
How do you replace that revenue, right?
Yeah, somehow, right?
Yeah.
So I went into the cloud print, right? And of course, he didn't know about it. This is an IT guy, and he didn't hear of cloud print. Then he asked me, well, what is cloud print? And mind you, this is a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh shit. Well, we can eliminate your print server, right? And he's like, yeah, and I go, well, I got people that are smarter than me, and I'll get you in. I'll try and arrange that. But I just had another talk track with him the other day because I had gotten some of the information that I needed, but now I need your help. Because when I got to him and told him about the pluses from the videos we've been doing, right? Because that sunk. Well, then he started asking me about security and compliance. So I'm curious if we can set up a call with him for a demo where maybe we can demo a little bit of Everyone Print, and maybe you can help me with the security and compliance. Is that something you can do?
Yeah, absolutely. And pretty common what we're hearing now, right? People who had a whole bunch of devices need fewer devices, but managing users is more important in insurance, you said, right?
Yeah, so, insurance, they got
all that compliance stuff to deal with and worry about in customer data. So we're a really good fit in that. And of course, I'd be happy to do a demo, talk him through zero trust and user management and multi-factor, which I'm sure they're requiring of their agents and stuff now, and how we can help them with that. Sure.
Right. And since you're an insurance company, they're probably really, really familiar with sending out all these questionnaires to businesses for their cybersecurity stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. They're helping you with your cyber talk track.
Right. Absolutely. So they're it's about 100 employees, and they're on a hybrid. And I didn't get out of him how many print servers they have. So I at least know they have 1. With a company of like 100, typically, would there be more than 1 print server?
So
could there?
It's probably based on location. So typically an organization like that, there might be a server per location. So they have multiple locations?
They had, I think it's just the 1 location now.
Okay. So they probably just have 1 print server. They got a bunch of users. Kind of nice thing about our solution is it's device based. So I have good news and bad news for you. Which do you want?
I only want good news.
All right. They're both good news. The good news is you've got a solution for your customer that's not going to kill them from a cost standpoint, and is going to be really easy for you to cost justify.
Right.
The bad news is it's not going to equal the revenue of 2 MFPs that you're losing, but it is better than 0.
It's better,
right?
Yeah. You know what? I got an old saying: it's better to make $5 than no bucks.
Yeah.
Right.
So if I were to just give you, typical Windows print server costs about $2,500 a year in licensing and patch management. Okay. For 2 devices, you'd be talking about $500 to $600 a year for our solution.
Okay.
And he'd never have to manage drivers again.
And what do we sign him to, like a multi-year agreement, something like that?
So it really depends on what you want to do and what he wants to do, because we can do 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. You could add it as a co-term buck out add-on to your, because it's software, you have to do a lease as a buck out on it to your existing lease and co-term it, or you could just sell it to them for cash.
Right.
And say it's 5 years. You could sell the 5-year version and say, and it doesn't matter, even though you got 2 years left on your other leases. When we change it, you don't have to do anything. If the IP address stays the same and the manufacturer stays the same, which in this case it would, right? Rico to Rico, right? He doesn't have to do anything. The users don't have to do anything. They just hit file print. And for $500 a year, so for 5 years, $2,500 for 5 years versus $2,500 per year. What do you think sounds better?
I like cash up front.
Right? Well, he's going to pay $2,500 a year for his print server just to maintain it. Or you could charge him $500 a year to move him to the cloud and never deal with it again.
Should be a no-brainer.
Yeah. So we're happy to do the demo show, walk him through the compliance and security. And I think he'll find that we more than meet the stuff that he needs. All
right. So do you want me to ask him for like 3 dates? I'll get back to you, and then you see if you can make any of those dates, and then I'll get back to him and make it happen.
Yeah, if you can give me 3 dates and times, we'll make one of them work for sure. Right. Or if you want to loop me in on an email to him and say, I've copied Kevin in, and we can schedule some demos. However you want to do it, I'm happy to do it. But that's part of what we do, man. We'll help support you. We'll help scope it to make sure we do it all correctly and that it's easy for you and for him.
All right, sounds good. All right, I gotta go. Man. I gotta go sell something. Thanks.
Yeah, it's a great day to do that.
Yeah.
See you.
Bye.